4 years, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban were considered one of Hollywood's strongest couples. They always appeared united, affectionate, and unwavering in their commitment to each other. Fans loved how Nicole would praise Keith's dedication, and Keith would always speak about Nicole with a kind of admiration that felt timeless. But recently, something has shifted. Something heavy, unexpected, and painful. Those closest to the couple had begun whispering about tension building between them, but no one imagined it would ever explode into a scandal of this magnitude. Sources close to the couple say Nicole had been sensing an emotional distance growing in their home for months. Keith, who usually shared everything with her, from his music projects to his touring plans, began to retreat, spending more time away and growing unusually secretive. Nicole tried to chalk it up to work stress, believing that long rehearsals, studio deadlines, and touring pressure were taking a toll on him. But deep down, she felt there was something more, something he wasn't saying, something he was hiding, and that quiet fear would soon turn into a devastating reality. Whispers became louder when Keith was seen repeatedly in public with a woman who was definitely not Nicole. At first, fans assumed it was just a work-related partnership. Maybe a rising artist he was mentoring or a collaborator for an upcoming project. But the frequency of their outings raised eyebrows. They were spotted traveling together, sharing private dinners, and even leaving events in the same car. Photos started surfacing online, and the story spread like wildfire. Keith Urban was getting too close to someone new. Meanwhile, Nicole was nowhere to be seen. Nicole Kidman is known for her grace, poise, and professionalism. But even the strongest hearts can crack under betrayal. According to insiders, the moment she confronted Keith about the rumors was the moment everything unraveled. Keith initially tried to deny the seriousness of the situation, insisting it was harmless and being blown out of proportion. But Nicole had already seen enough, heard enough, and felt enough. She broke down in tears, realizing the love she had protected so fiercely was slipping through her fingers. Witnesses say she cried uncontrollably, overwhelmed by shock, humiliation, and heartbreak. It was the kind of emotional collapse that only happens when someone you trust deeply shatters that trust without warning. As the truth came to light, divorce discussions reportedly began behind closed doors. Nicole did not want the world to see her pain, but Hollywood is a place where nothing stays hidden for long. Friends say she struggled to accept that their marriage might be ending not because they grew apart naturally, but because Keith may have given his heart to someone else. The betrayal cut deeper than anyone realized, leaving Nicole questioning everything she believed about the life they built together. Meanwhile, Keith's silence only fueled speculation that he might indeed be moving on with the mysterious new woman who has suddenly become the center of Hollywood gossip. Nicole's greatest concern is reportedly their children and how they will process the unraveling of their parents' marriage. She has always tried to shield them from the darker side of fame, the tabloids, and the constant pressure of public scrutiny. Now, she finds herself trying to stay strong for them while dealing with one of the most painful moments of her life. Keith, too, is said to be wrestling with guilt, confusion, and the consequences of decisions he can no longer take back. Their future, once filled with shared dreams and unbreakable unity, now hangs in uncertainty. Instead of hiding, Nicole has chosen to focus on her work and her own emotional healing. Those who have seen her recently describe her as quieter, more fragile, yet determined. She throws herself into her roles, her charity work, and her family, hoping these things can steady her while her heart is still processing the shock. Her fans worldwide have flooded social media with messages of support, strength, and love, reminding her that she is not alone in this painful journey. As the world watches, Keith Urban has yet to give a full public statement, which only raises more questions. Will he deny the affair? Will he apologize? Or will he step forward and admit that the marriage has reached its end? Insiders say Keith is struggling with the weight of everything happening at once, knowing that every step he takes will be analyzed and dissected. Whether he chooses to fight for his marriage or start a new chapter remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: the trust between him and Nicole has been shattered, and rebuilding it may be impossible. If you made it this far, thank you for staying with us through this emotional and dramatic story. This situation is still unfolding, and we will continue updating you with every new development in this heartbreaking Hollywood saga. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay connected. More shocking updates are on the way, and you don't want to miss any of them.